So here we go. Yeah, we're gonna call ourselves Desmond.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world,
Oh,
we locked
it's
them up.
okay. It plays here
or
as well.
laughed them off. Sometimes,
We'll watch it again.
but we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life.
It's good that they show this, not only
He was
randomly.
captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years, even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be, when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can.
Dun, dun,
His
dun.
name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
Okay. That room there just looked like Control, didn't it? The one with the large gate. Got a bit of stutter in the cutscenes.
We're here.
Not sure I can change that. He looks tired.
Let's go.
Okay, I think overall it's a bit too loud. I'm gonna lower the overall volume a bit, and then I'll have to check what frame rate we are achieving here, because it looks sort of stuttery. 50 something. Okay. I would have expected we can turn motion blur off. Yeah, if I look in this direction, it's not 60 frames actually. Wow. Are you gonna get the same weird weather? Yeah. It's odd. Right, so now we are in a cave. Oh. The dark cave.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
Are we Alice? Alright, we're in that cave we saw in the preview. The one that looks like it's from Control.
I think we're here.
That looks cool. Guys, come down here. I think they're waiting for me to find the elevator. Oh, I can run. Whoa. Ouroboros.
The key. You must find the key.
It was Juno, not Minerva.
Son? Sir.
Oh,
Here we go again.
yeah, he's got memory overlap, huh?
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
What?
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
Upgrades.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
Okay. And walk to the marker. Oh, the minimap is not fixed. Ugh. Oh, parkour has changed. Is this the first game where they changed that? Oh.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
What objects are you talking about? Yeah, it's the first game where they changed that. Maybe also already in Revelations and Brotherhood, and I didn't get the memo, but my issue with the parkour was that you had to press space a lot, and you would end up dropping because you would also accidentally press or look into the wrong direction.
Run your way through this little obstacle course.
So my accidental dropping out of windows, from buildings, off ledges, was me pressing space because you also needed it to go higher up. If this is the first game where they removed that and put it all on shift and really have only reserved space for actions where you know, jump up or something, that would be great.
That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. All right, Desmond, follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars. All you have to do here is jump the gap.
I didn't. Did I? I'm not sure if I did. Oh. Oh, for very, very far distances, you won't jump. And the rest is just shift.
Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
The temple wants apples. Ah, that looks freaky.
Sir? Sir? Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Invitation, please.
Covent Garden.
Shall I take your coat, sir?
You got a new email.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seat.
It looks a bit like VSync isn't active. But her... Or settings? I think it should be. Let me just quickly make sure. That's all other stuff. Graphic. It's set to 60. Set on. Let's try borderless and see if the stutter stops. It's just in the cutscenes, I think. If it's in the game, in the actual game later on, I need to change some settings. I did read, give me a second here. I did read something in the PC Gaming Wiki about this though. Just a second, I'm gonna quickly read up. I had a look earlier and it seemed fine, but there was a mention. Right. The game will not use CPU cores and threads properly on certain systems. Each time you launch the game, change the core affinity. First select one core and confirm, and directly after it select all cores and confirm again. When using VSync, excessive single core use is evident, typically 99%. Okay. Well, I could try to disable VSync and see if we experience massive tearing, which we shouldn't, but you never know. If that alleviates our issue, I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to monitor the frames here. Resume. No, still flippy floppy stuttery. Okay, then I'll have to do this. What they tell me about the cores. So I'll go into the task manager, into the Assassin's Creed 3. I think I can write a little batch file to make that easier on me. All right. Details, priority, affinity. Okay, so I'm in the task manager setting the core affinity, right? First select one core and confirm. And then select all cores and confirm again. Okay. I'm very interested in seeing if that did change it. It did. Okay. So, some systems experience that issue, other systems do not. Some people experience it on Assassin's Creed 2. I didn't. But actually experiencing it in the remaster. But now that I changed the core affinity to 1 and then to all the CPU cores, right? And then everything seems fine. This seems a bit dark. Now that we are troubleshooting anyway, I can quickly go here and increase the brightness by one blibby blobby. That would be Not here. And there. Let's try 5. See if that's too bright. Oh, that seems fine. Okay, so I'm gonna activate VSync again because, you know, it was not the issue causing. See that we get a smooth 60 out of this. Ah, yes, much better. Okay, fixed it. You have to add a little command line argument if you want to automatically do that every time you start up the game, because you don't want to do that manually every time you play. Right. So here we go. Oh, coming.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
Yes, yes. Oh, my seat's over here. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry, coming through.
My
Sorry.
apologies.
Totally my fault.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
Trigger your vision. Oh. Whoosh. There, we see someone.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
I already have.
Vote against roads and for them. For 'tis but fitting that we should protect and encourage streets, since we live by them.
Sir, like more that sick word of trial.
Coming through. Sorry.
1,000 pardons.
Yes, I
So
really
sorry.
need to pee.
My
It's
apologies.
urgent. I don't want to pee on your seat. Sorry, coming through. Right.
Tom Gag, sir, is found guilty.
Ah, that looks cool. Doopy-doopy-doo. This is where the bathroom is, I'm sure.
This is death without reprieve. I may mention a book for Tom Gag. £40. Let Betty Sly know I'll save her from the transportation. So I can get all my estate in.
Nobody's going to see that. Don't be disturbed. Kissy kissy. Oh, they look entertained. Look at them hanging out.
Without dispute, she is a fine woman. Was where I was obliged to my education. And to say a word, she has trained up more young fellows.
And up we go. Backstage. Lock picking. Move the mouse left and right to locate and hold attention. Oh no. It has lock picking. It's a mini game. Things we don't miss. Oops.
I've got a bit of stage fright.
A little Dutch courage will put a bloom in your cheek.
Dutch courage. Learning all the words. Hold the moon. Don't break the moon. Oh, we broke.
Jeremy's really burning up the boards tonight. He's a marvel.
Jeremy.
Well, make haste and use it, boy. Let me friends know where I intend. Well, I'd love to make them easy one day, rather than when a gentleman is long kept in suspense.
Oh, his company is gone.
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
Who's the boy? He's got very big eyes. Like double the size they should be. What happened to them? Ah, evening. Company of a dead person.
Stateside balcony! Hurry!
Come, please!
Over there! That's the one that did the murder!
That man there! Seize him!
A man was killed
Seize
in the
him.
upper balcony, but I've done no wrong. I swear
Search
it.
him. Any weapons?
I beg your pardon. Did you notice anyone suspicious
Somebody,
coming from that
please! We must have order! Peace, friends! There is no danger!
Try to remember.
Excitement?
Peace, friends! There is no danger!
It happened right in that balcony.
What are those men doing in there?
We must leave at once.
Peace, friends! There is no danger!
Imbecile!
Yeah, sorry, I'm walking
Where
in.
are you going?
Oh, they did a good job with the opera house and the crowd. That's good.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
The key?
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge, perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
They did change the pace of the introduction quite a bit. In the previous game, it was very cinematic with the horse carriage chase, and you know, that was also cool. But it was a very harsh contrast to the nearly full stop that happened afterwards. And this one takes a bit more time to go all cinematic. And this is the first one with boats, huh? I know Black Flag has boats.
Some fresh air might do me good.
Ah, cool. So they kept the boats starting with this one up till... I think Valhalla has also got boats, right? I know Odyssey and Origins have. Oh, that's the assassin symbol back there, okay? Okay, Animus database. Of course, crossing the Atlantic today is as easy as a plane ride, but it was much more difficult in colonial times, even though I imagine the tiny food and cramped conditions and likelihood of sitting next to a fat man for many hours were pretty much the same. Okay. For European travelers, it was at best a 6-week voyage, but depending on delays, it could last months. Dangers included storms and their opposite, being becalmed, seasickness, food running short, and dying of boredom because you had nothing to do all day. For Africans captured into slavery, the Atlantic voyage was much worse across the Middle Passage, usually the Caribbean. The journey was just as long, but slaves were kept below decks and rarely allowed into the fresh air. With the men usually in shackles, they were given only 1 meal a day, less if provisions ran low. Disease was rampant and mortality rates were high. We'll never complain about being inappropriately touched by airport security again, though, to be fair, we're now firm friends, and Juan was very gentle. Ah ha ha. Oh god. So, you get Animus database input here, with a mix of humorous writing and some actual information. You might hear this referred to as Covent Garden, which it faces, or the Royal Opera House, which it later became. However, this is the original Theatre Royal building, Theatre Royal building, opened in 1732, destroyed by the fire in 1808. It will be rebuilt and destroyed by fire again in 1857, and then almost completely renovated in the 1990s. They've installed smoke detectors. The original theatre lineup was varied, containing ballet, operas, even acrobatics. Many of Handel's operas opened here. Yes, they did, right up until his death in 1759, when he mysteriously stopped writing them. But the building was mainly used for presenting plays, at least for the first 100 years of its history. The reason? It held the exclusive rights to perform spoken drama in London, awarded by King Charles II. Yes, kings could do that, though why they would is beyond me. Did Sean write this? It sounds a bit like Sean's humour. Recent entries. Alright, you can get info on Altair as well. Altair was born into the Assassin Brotherhood in the stronghold of Masyaf, which we see in Revelations again, which was cool. I thought that was cool. The first game is of course where you see it first, but coming back to that part was kind of nice. His early life wasn't a happy one. His mother died during childbirth, and then so on. A lot of history, right? You can basically catch up on Assassin's Creed so far by reading through these, because they seem to be extensive. Roma. Right, after the shenanigans with the Borgia, I was actually reading up on some of the events in actual history around the time of the Assassin's Creed, well, two and following games. That was pretty interesting. Yeah, 1499 he traveled to Rome. So in the story he spared his life. How is it in the game? Can you actually decide? So that's where the first time he gets the warning about the end of the world. In the under the Sistine Chapel. Right. And then we have Brotherhood. And also Revelations, which was after it. He was terrific at jumping, yes. Yeah, I think Sean wrote this. It's really not funny. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Birch. Was a London merchant, the son of another London merchant, who conveniently enough also had the last name Birch. It seems it was one of those hard to put your finger on things that ran in the family. Yeah, the humor hasn't aged well. By the time he was in his mid-20s, he already owned several merchant ships, mainly dealing with the tea trade to the American colonies. That's pretty good going, seeing as by the time most people are in their mid-20s, they don't even own a shirt. And so on and so forth. Okay, cool. I like this. You can use this at your convenience, and you can also completely skip it. Completely skip it.
Captain?
Mr. Kenway.
I just wanted to thank you again for taking me aboard, and apologize for any inconvenience it may have caused.
Inconvenience would be an understatement.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
My ship was held in port for 2 days that we might accommodate you. I lost several contracts as a result.
I had no idea.
Of course not. You nobles are all the same.
You nobles. So, I'm very liked by the captain. That's a good start. Oh, and we can run. So some I can walk through. Others not so much.
And then all will be well.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. Though you don't sit right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought.
Fist fight.
And yet here you are.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh? Let's see how funny you find this.
That's enough, Graves.
Stay out of this.
Okay, so some more fine-tuning of the sound settings might be necessary. So, I guess voice can go up to 10, effects can go down to 6, music to 4, and then we should be fine. Alright. Hold E.
Listen to this, Hector. Thinks he can swagger on up here and declare himself king of the castle.
Please, fellas, call this off. If the captain sees us...
To hell with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills. Whose side you on, anyway?
What? Oh, that's what they wanted from me. Right. I misunderstood.
I'm ready to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why is that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No, but you should be. Do you yield?
Never!
Oh, what?
How do you like these odds?
Seriously?
What's the meaning of this?
Captain,
Explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
These thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about. A word, please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot. There's your knife back.
Politely coughing.
I don't care for you, Mr. Kenway. I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
That was to the point.
I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Yes.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Thank you.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood?
He's not kidding, I think.
Excellent. Good day.
Interesting. So, are we on schedule? Maybe.
Mr. Kenway.
Captain?
Whatever they're up to, I believe it's coming to a head.
I'd best get to work.
Why is he leaving the important key in the book? He shouldn't. Take it with you. Oh. Okay, I want to change a key binding because I think... Well, let's just have to investigate. That's not what I was looking for. Oh, here. Jump. Interact. Okay, so E is used for a lot of things, right? Yes. What was F again? Weapon selector. Could that be X? And F could be... tools. And this could actually be... mouse button 3. Because if I have to counter with that button, I want to be able to move while having access to the counter option. Which is easier to reach if it's not on E, because my left hand only has 5 fingers, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see if that works out for me.
He's cut our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not right that you should feast on lamb and wine, whilst we're stuck with tinned fish and biscuits.
Yeah.
Someone needs to have words with him.
Fella.
You looking for another fight? That it? Go away.
Such a nice bunch of people. But they are being mistreated by the captain, right? That's what we out of this. Game of dice for things.
I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Hasn't he?
Quite the basting you gave Graves and Quill.
Wasn't by choice.
Aye. Blockheads, the both of them. Where are my manners? Louis Mills. Pleased to meet you.
Hatham Kenway. So, should I be watching my back?
I think the boys learned their lesson. They're normally not so nasty. Honest, it's just the past few crossings have been a bit rough.
Oh?
Captain's trying to cut costs. Reduce rations, lower wages, more dangerous cargo. It's put the crew on edge.
Is there cause for concern, then?
Not if I can help it. But the captain needs to think about the way he treats his men.
That doesn't sound like there's going to be a lot of mutiny going on here.
You there! I have some questions for you.
That's nice, but I ain't got time to gossip. Probably wouldn't have anything useful to share anyway. You want information? Try the cook or the doctor. Everyone's always chatting them up.
Always talk to the person in charge of food if you want to know more.
Won't be serving for another couple hours. Some biscuits in the barrel if you're desperate.
Actually, I've come with a question.
What's that?
Have any of the men been acting strange recently? Said anything that struck you as out of the ordinary?
The boys cry about the rations, as if there's anything I can do about it. But beyond that, I ain't heard much. My advice? Go find James. His ears are always open.
And where might I find him?
Right behind you, actually. He's the one sitting on the barrel.
The barrel with the cookies. How are you, James?
Are you James?
Aye.
Hatham Kenway. Pleased to meet you.
I know who you are.
I was hoping you could answer some questions.
I figured as much, but not here. Follow me.
All right.
So what you want to know?
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary since we left port? Anything that gives cause for concern?
Some of the men have been gathering at night on the upper deck. I've only caught bits of their conversations, so I couldn't say for certain what they're up to. But I suspect it bodes ill.
Is it a mutiny they're planning?
All I know is they've little love for the captain. Mills has been trying to talk him down, but there's only so much one man can do.
Thank you for the information.
I only wish to see us reach the colonies alive.
Okay.
Evening, sir.
How are things?
Calm and quiet. Just the way I like it. What brings you topside?
Thought I'd wander a bit. Stretch my legs. That's all.
Take care where you tread. The deck hides all manner of danger in the dark.
What was that? Someone's throwing cargo overboard. But why?
It's marked with an X. All sorts of danger, he said. What? How do we go?
He's a shifty fella. Won't hardly take his...
Quiet! Here he comes. Make like you're working.
Make like you're working while I'm moving past them. Oh.
Quite the basting you gave Graves and Quill.
Wasn't by choice.
Aye. Blockheads, the both of them.
Nothing new from him. So I should have talked
He's
to the
got
doctor.
our rations again. Claims we're not provisioned for such luxuries.
It's not right that he should feast on lamb and wine, whilst we're stuck with tinned fish and biscuits.
Someone needs to have words with him.
Mills tried. Captain turned him away.
Curious.
Yes, very.
Most curious.
Five days later.
Any news? Each night it's the same. I scout one area, and they drop the painted barrels from another. I'm going to need to recruit an extra pair of eyes. Maybe James or Mills.
Why are they doing this?
Near as I can tell, the barrels serve as markers. They're leaving a trail. My fear is it's only a matter of time before whoever's following it...
Ship sighted aft! She's making ready to fire!
Beat to quarters, men! Ready the... Brace! Everybody down! A warning shot! Seems they don't mean to sink us, but board us instead! Man the cannons! Make ready to fight! I want you below decks!
Why? Let me help you secure the ship.
Do you know how to rig a sail? To load a cannon? To wage war at sea? I didn't think so. Now return to your cabin, or do I need to have you escorted? Secure the hatch!
Haytham.
Have you been topside? A ship's appeared and means to board us. It's strange. There's no sign of mutiny aboard. Doesn't make sense.
Ah, but it does.
What do you mean?
Did you think you could escape from London so easily after what you did at the opera? That we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't follow?
Ah. So that's what this is about.
Surrender, and I will see that you are treated with honor.
If you wish to treat me with honor, give me a sword.
Are you sure this is how you want to play it?
Was it? That looked weird. I think I'm missing a crucial bit of control. He's always punching me. And I don't know why. Ah, right. I get options here. But I'm probably pressing them too slow. This arm. Throw? There's really not a lot of time to... I don't want to throw him. That's the throw. But when you counter on time, you get the attack option, but it does work against him. And I can't attack him on the ground because that's not honorable. Yeah, he does counter my. If I go for an attack. Yeah. But I don't know how he does it. But he does it every time, right? That on purpose. Because I can't. I'm not allowed to kill him, right? Or it's. Every time, right?
I told you to stay below decks.
I did as you asked. Only Mills was there waiting for me. He's the one that drew that ship here. There was no mutiny, only him.
What do they want?
Me.
Then they can have you.
Is that so?
You'll catch us anyway. There's nothing to be done.
I can think of something.
You wish us to sail into the storm?
It's our only chance.
I won't do it.
Then I will.
All right, all right.
I think they did improve the fighting. It's just getting used to it will be interesting.
We need those ropes secured. I told you this was madness.
Arm yourself. I'll fix your sail for you.
Choo-choo. Yeah, those waves are big. Okay, let's fix this as well.
We need more speed! Loose the sails! Haytham, you take the foremast! James, to the mainmast with you!
Aye, aye, aye. Up, up. Okay. How do I... Ah. James with the weird voice. Can we rescue him?
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Oh! They went kaput. "72 days. What a journey, right? Sounds a bit like everybody's sick. And I think I'll go over here and increase that again, because I thought it was too loud, but now it's too low volume for sure.
Make ready for our arrival, men!
Arrival? I see no land, only this interminable fog.
The gulls tell us all we need to know. Climb into the crow's nest and you'll see.
Yeah, the birds don't go out that far. Oops. Sorry. We go up, up, up. Yeah, we go the assassin's way. Yeah, they took a lot more time for the introduction in this one. I didn't nail it, but they are getting there with the cinematics.
Master Kenway! Master Kenway!
Yes, may I help you?
Charles Lee, sir. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've been asked to introduce you to the city, help you settle in. Oh, no need, sir. I've arranged for your bags to be delivered to the inn.
Are you by any chance John and Isabella's son?
One and the same.
Your commission is with Edward Braddock, is it not?
Aye. But he's yet to reach America, and I figured I might... well, at least until he arrives, I thought.
Yes? Out with it.
Forgive me, sir. I had hoped that I might study under you. If I am to serve the Order, I can imagine no better mentor than yourself.
Kind of you to say.
Hello,
but I think you overestimate me.
Impossible, sir. This way.
This looks pretty cool.
Bloody hell!
Doggy!
Thief! Someone stop him!
Aww. Alright, I think people were complaining too much about the graphics in the game. I'm running it at double resolution, so some of the.
Boston's quite a lively city.
There's all manner of things to see and do. Once you've settled in, I suggest you take some time to walk the streets. Who knows what opportunities you might discover.
Hold a moment. I need to fetch a few things before we get to work.
I'll arrange for horses while you do that.
Horses. Some of the graphics fidelity comes from doing super sampling, basically. You can do it with the ini file in the documents folder. And just enter 200 instead of 100 for the resolution scale. And then you basically have super sampling. It's a bit heavy on the hardware, but it works quite fine. Most modern PCs should be able to do it. Excuse you? I'm sorry. What the hell? Up with them. They're the enemy. They push everybody around, apparently. Regulars. No taxation without representation. Right? Fallout 4. You can basically see it over here. That's the North Church, isn't it? I think it is. Yeah. It is indeed. That's pretty cool. Visit the general store. Oh, hey, cart. And there are kitty cats. Ooh, pet. Kitty cat as well. Aww. Kitty cat. The frontier. Okay, the eagle eye vision is better than in the previous game. Much better, actually. Why is he walking backwards, though? Time traveler. I ain't got nothing for you boys. Go away. I'm just gonna jump around a bit. Ah! I vanished. Oh. Shortcut. More dogs.
Damned sprigs. This accursed city will be the death of me.
You seem troubled, friend.
That's because I am. Greatly so, in fact.
Oh, Benjamin.
What's happened?
I was robbed. The old Balkan file. Though I've managed to restore what's mine, I fear it's ruined.
You mean the book?
This is no ordinary book. It's an almanac. The first I ever wrote. Benjamin Franklin, pleased to meet you.
Hatham Kenway.
You must be new to Boston.
Why do you say that?
You're still possessed of virtue. To stop and help an old lout like myself. I don't mean to impose, but you seem a spry fellow. Should you happen to find my missing pages, I'll reward you.
Okay.
Look, I'm not sure if I...
It's all right, all right. If you have the time, hurrah! If not, no harm done. The thing is useless in its current state anyway. But should you somehow manage to restore it, you'll find me inside that general store over there.
Benjamin Franklin.
That was interesting.
General store. Right. 4 pages. Not 400. Okay. That's alright.
Merseyside settlers wishes it to be known. Willkommen, enter, please.
Hancock's store. Normal weapons. Normal sword. 700, and then you get Combo speed and damage values compared. You can use it to punch the opponent. Confirm. We get a flintlock. It's very expensive. I'd rather not buy flintlock. I'm not sure I have a choice in the matter. I don't. Okay. Okay, I'll buy a pistol. Very pricey though. I'm broke. Linda? Room and board, clean sheets, whiskey, rum, meat, salt, tobacco, coffee, flour, and sugar. Everything you need. Okay, use WSD to select the sword in the large weapon kit.
For all your fishing needs, come to Captain Hornbill's.
Press 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, what now? So 3 is the top, 2 is this one, 1 is an empty hand, and 4 is this.
The Plough is pleased to announce the opening of its new dining hall.
So what they wanted me to tell, me is press the right analog stick in the direction to select it. So I guess I would want to make it 1, 2, 3, 4 clockwise, right? Everything else doesn't make any sense. I always am amazed at how large an amount of ineptitude is in the Assassin's Creed games, bringing them to PC, from the controller to the keyboard and mouse. I know it's hard, but they're really making a mess of it every single time. Not the boat. Every single time. They have so many options to do things and to describe things, and they just do not do it in a good way. They simplified the control setup in general. That's great. So why would this be different in the weapon wheel? Because 3 is 1 and 4 is yeah, okay, I'm just not gonna mess with that. That does not make any sense. So I have the fist selected here, and then can select the hidden blade and put it there. Okay.
For all your fishing needs, come
So
to
for 1,
I'll have your bags brought up.
Yeah, they are trustworthy people. I can see that already.
Do you require anything further?
Only privacy.
This way.
Okay.
Sir, William Johnson.
A pleasure. A good lad, if a bit earnest. I'm told you're putting together an expedition.
We believe there's a precursor site in the region. I require your knowledge of the land and its people to find it.
Sadly, my research has been stolen. Without it, I'm of no use to you.
Then we'll find it. Do you have any leads?
My associate, Thomas Hickey, has been making the rounds. He's quite good at loosening tongues.
Well, tell me where I can find him. I'll see if I can't speed things up.
We've heard rumors of bandits operating from a compound southwest of here. You'll likely find him there.
Charles?
Sir.
We'd best be off.
Of course.
Alright, I need to check something. GPU is running relatively warm. So I'll try a comparison thing. We put this to 100. Which is the game's regular maximum. That lowers the GPU usage by about 30% on my end, which is turning off super sampling. And it's much easier on the system, of course. Question would be if we see a massive decline in quality, and I don't think we do. Oops. I'm gonna have a look outside and see if it's worth having the super sampling on or not. No, this looks fine, doesn't it? Let's have a look at the door here, maybe. No. That's quite alright. I think that's a bit over the top.
Thomas Hickey?
Who's asking?
Haytham Kenway.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Show some respect, boy. Peace, Charles. William Johnson sent us in the hopes we might expedite your search.
We don't need no expediting. Don't need none of your fancy London speak neither. I found the men that done the theft.
Then why are you just lazing around?
Figuring out how to deal with those varlets.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll kill the lookout, take up a position behind the guards. You two approach from the front. When I open fire on the group, you charge in. About the element of surprise on our side. Half will fall before they've even realized what's happened.
Just like that. While holding the right mouse button, press the left mouse button to shoot.
Get into position. But wait for me to take the first shot.
Loading. Okay.
Go on now, for you make us mad.
pick up the musket and drop.
You two, clear off.
They are doing target practice.
You two, clear off.
Yeah, reload takes a bit. Ah, the bushes. Reach the courtyard. I'd rather not walk past them. Another group over there. Oh.
So much for the element of surprise.
Reinforcements!
Wait.
Oi! Before they reach it!
Oh, I can... Interesting. So I was, I think I was running. I think what the... Okay, this is wonky. I think I was running is what they detected.
Fall back! Fall back! We'll be safe inside!
That was completely wrong.
What now? We can blow the door with those. Go on, shoot them.
You shoot them. I dropped my gun.
On with the show then.
Yeah, this is very odd. With the pacing.
Guess they wasn't so safe inside after all.
Can you pick these up? Ah. It said loot also, but they don't have any.
Save
loot.
your looting for after we found Johnson's research.
Yes.
I want loot. Oi.
Lay down your weapons, and I'll consider letting you live.
I make you the same offer. We've no quarrel. I only wish to return this chest to its rightful owner.
Nothing rightful about Mr. Johnson.
I won't ask again.
Agreed.
Oh. Form a reflex shot when you're close to an enemy. Where am I? I'm the one killing. Okay. This is very chaotic.
Your kind has no need for books and maps. Who put you up to this?
Never seen a person. It's always been dead drops and letters. But they always pay, so we do the jobs.
Well, those days are done. Tell your masters I said as much.
Who should I say you are?
You don't. They'll know.
No. Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Atham! This one's got some shot on him. You might want to be grabbing it on account of your pistol being parched.
Yeah, what he said.
A shame so many had to die.
Aye. Back to the Green
Ah,
Dragon.
it's area loot. Finally.
I need a drink.
I should have put in that area loot earlier. Reloaded. So how many muskets can we carry?
Don't let go of the chest, Charles. We'll take care of this rabble.
Right. Can I drop this now?
Thomas! What? Over there, that's what! Deal with them!
Reaction shot. Oh.
Wait, them bodies is sure to have loot on them. Would be a shame to let it all go to waste.
Are you mad? In case you've forgotten, we're in the midst of something. Aw, why do you always
Reloading the pistol. Is there a way to see if a gun's loaded on? I don't really know. La 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 la. Just strolling out of the mercenary fort. Just casually walking here with that box. Oh, okay. He's dead. Who's the other guy? Oh, that looked fancy. Okay, we can reload. Let's hope Hickey is not going to explain to us again how looting works. Oh, I didn't see those guys. He's not dead. Oh. What was I shooting there? The corn. See, now the music is way too loud, isn't it? It's one of those games where the audio mix is pretty much a mess. Yeah, I guess I was shooting the corn here. Alright, that worked. We're not reloading, why?
I hope whatever's in this chest is worth it.
Come on now. It's just a few fools with knives. They ain't so tough.
It's not the scoundrels I'm concerned with.
Okay, so ammo count is total. That's good. Yeah, I didn't want the body, but we can learn how to drop them. Then that's loaded apparently. I'm gonna hide behind the house. So that means I don't target him, right? Because he's not highlighted, whatever. Oh, he's dead. That works like in the...
Stop them,
Oh.
Thomas!
Oh.
Look at those badgers.
Huh. The music's still too loud. Or is that... I don't know. It's not going down. That volume is just not going down. I hope he's dead. Doesn't need to be headshot now. There's another guy behind the shed. Yeah. This a shooter game or what?
That seems to be the last of them.
It's definitely not a shooter.
Oi! Mr. Johnson's gonna need to double my pay after all this if he expects me to keep at his side.
There you are.
Mr. Johnson, sir.
My thanks, Master Kenway. Now, tell me what it is you need.
The images on this amulet, are they familiar to you? Perhaps one of the tribes has shown you something similar.
It appears Kanyan Gahaga in origin.
Can you trace it to a specific location? I need to know where it came from.
With my research returned, perhaps. Let me see what I can do. Thomas!
What?
Rent yourself a room. And a bath as well. I suspect we'll be here for a while.
Okay. A very different pace to the other games. I think it's a good choice. Because they are not throwing... Collect 150 of these, collect 250 of that, and 80 of those at you in the first 5 minutes. Or 10 minutes. Like in the second game. And in Revelations and Brotherhood, they took a bit longer, but then they were throwing all that. Yeah, now you gotta grind for 80 hours at you. But there's a reason Assassin's Creed has been so successful, right? Because the storytelling is actually also fun, and the gameplay for the most part is as well, or has been. Some things in the old games I don't want to do anymore today, like escort quests that you have to restart completely when you mess up one control input at the end of the mission and stuff like that. I don't enjoy that anymore. But this here seems to be taking a different approach to the storytelling as well. It's a bit with the thick paint here on the Mr. Kenway. He's a bit of a super badass, but that's alright. So there's a B on this mini map, like exit, or what's that? Downstairs. Downstairs here, but let's talk to Lee, a nice person here. Next on the list.
Evening, gentlemen.
Charming. What he said.
Oh, peace, Charles. He'll grow on you.
Oi! Catherine, you fussock! Get back here! Daddy needs a drink!
He's probably gonna die soon.
How fares the search?
Hopefully.
Maths and maps are not cutting it.
What of your local contacts?
We'll need to earn their trust before they'll share what they know.
I have an idea on how we might be affecting that. There's a man who's taken to enslaving natives. Rescue them, and they'll owe us.
Do you know where they're being held?
Afraid not.
Benjamin Churchwill. He's a finder and a fixer. He's also on your list.
And there I was, wondering whom I might solicit next. Well done.
Yeah, okay, that was very charming. Making you slow walk in the location, though. Baby gamblers. Alright. No, it looks fine without the super sampling. I think it's not really necessary. I mean, you can notice it in some scenes. But that's mostly alright.
The Gazette! The Boston Broadsheet!
The surgeon.
Wonderful. Charles?
Sir?
Seems like we're not the only ones looking for Mr. Church.
Damn it, he could be anywhere. What do we do?
We find him. Come. I'll show you how.
Yes. Good strategy. Eavesdrop on Ben Church's neighbours while hidden.
French forces. French commander de Jumonville is killed in the raid.
Should we write his family, do you think?
Not our business to meddle, even if we've the best of intentions.
But if you could have seen it, they were surely drunk carrying on like that, and during the day, no less.
For the sturdiest and most seamless barrels in America, call upon John Cooper for 7 generations. Coopers, the name you can trust.
Scandalous behavior from one who aims to be a surgeon. Not likely if he keeps up such carousing.
Truly a shameful display. Benjamin's parents would be mortified.
Perhaps I should send someone to retrieve him before he damages his reputation beyond repair.
They stumbled off to the northeast, no doubt in search of a tavern or some other place of ill repute.
Start questioning those in the street. I'm headed for higher ground.
Ah, we get the first sinking. Let's see how this works here. Parkour. Hello. Coming through. Oh, we got guys on the roof there. Okay, weird. Church is over there. Oh, that was far. I thought he might just grab onto something. Nice chicken, sir. Quite. Da-da-da-da. Uh-huh. Excitement. Hello, birdie. Yes, that makes sense. It's not as impressive a view as it was over Rome or Florence, but it's nice enough, I guess. Look at that.
Take a listen. With luck, one of those people knows what became of Benjamin.
So which haystack are we aiming for? That one? Orange markers indicate caution. Those targets must not be killed.
Lieutenant Colonel Washington and Indian allies attack French forces. French commander de Jumonville is killed in the raid.
Oh. A French commander.
The area's definitely suffered a decline in character.
Indeed. All manner of Arifs and natty lads now walk the streets. Why, just earlier today I had a run-in with some.
Do tell.
It was down by the church. A group of men comes rushing through when one of them suddenly falls to the ground, all torn up. I thought about going to see if he needed help, but a look from one of them changed my mind.
Probably for the best. Those aren't the sort of people you want to get mixed up with.
Analyze clues. Okay. We're gonna eavesdrop on the moving group.
I've asked the criers, but they all plead ignorance.
Bugger that! They're lying!
Aye. Well, what can I do? Threats light off them and I'll not deign to grovel.
Actions!
What? I wasn't looking at them.
Country Journal, your favorite penny sheet.
It's off. What is... Okay. Yeah. I ruined that.
And so he says to Church that one way or another the debt would be settled. I don't envy the man.
It's not so easy to eavesdrop on people if there's a person on the roof all the time. Okay. Like, groups of people are not for hiding anymore, are they?
I asked if I could help, and they waved me away. Insisted it was all under control. How odd. Did they say what had happened? No. Only that it was a trifling matter, and he'd be returned home soon. There was some blood, though, so I wonder if it wasn't more serious than they let on. Where were they taking him? Towards the hilltop. Perhaps there's a doctor at the fort.
Okay.
So he says to Church that one way or another the debt would be settled. I don't envy the man. He's green times ahead.
Well, what do you think they're planning?
All I know is it can't be good. Cutter was with him.
Probably looking for a nice, quiet place to do the deed. From what I hear tell, his work usually involves quite a bit of screaming.
Which reminds me, we'd best not buy any meat tomorrow.
Good call, that.
See, Charles? We'll have church in no time, just as I said we would.
If I might ask, sir, where did you learn to do all this?
It is a requirement when you are raised in the manner that I was. Perception is fundamental to the Order. It guides the feet when running and climbing, informs the hands when striking and fighting. But most important, it transforms the senses, and we begin to know the world in a different way.
Okay. I think we go this way. Oh, go down, you.
Careful. The place is well guarded. We need to slip past them.
Tell your escort to stay in the hiding spot.
Where? What? Where?
No, that doesn't work.
What? Where? Where?
That was close. I'm not 100% sure where the hell we're going anyway. To the waterfront. Yes, in general, or... Well, if we're going to assassinate him, we will not be undetected anymore, will we? Oh, there's a patrol coming. Nah. Counts as detected. Obviously. Beep.
Where?
I'm not 100% sure how it was intended to be done, but this is not how an assassin would do it, I guess. Very weird.
Locked. I'll have to find the key. Wait here.
Oh. Right. So, the game is taking its sweet time to get anywhere, right? I mean, it's okay, but... it's a bit weird. Steal the key from the guard leader. That's like in Revelation. It's basically the same thing. Give me your key. Give me your key. Now he dropped into the water. What? How does that work? Okay. Go. Yeah, I should have used that. That's the leader. You have to pick them out of the crowd first. It's different. In the previous titles you had to walk into them fast, which was a bit off.
Here we are then.
He makes it sound like everything works splendidly fine. Oh god.
Why must you always make these things so difficult, Benjamin? Merely provide me with recompense, and all shall be forgiven.
I'll not pay for protection I don't need.
Clearly, you do require protection. Else we wouldn't be here. How very gauche. Now,
What shall we do about our guest?
Maybe I take his hands. Put an end to his surgering. Maybe I take his tongue. Put an end to his waggling. Or maybe I take his cock. Put an end to his fucking us.
So many options. I can't possibly decide. Take all three.
Now, hold a moment. Perhaps I was hasty in refusing you earlier.
I'm so very sorry, Benjamin. But that door has closed.
Be reasonable, Silas.
I rather think I was. But you took advantage of my generosity. I won't be made a fool a second time. I fear I lack the constitution to bear witness to such barbarism. Come find me when you're finished, Cutter.
You'll regret this, Silas, do you hear me? I'll have your head!
No. I rather think you won't.
Did he just cut off his nose?
I gotta decide where to start. Your parents must be so very proud to have raised a specimen like yourself. Quiet now. I need to concentrate on me work. A little bit from here, a little bit from there. Make myself a nice keepsake, I will. You're absolutely mad. Just like all good artists. Maybe you'll get lucky and pass out. Though I dare say I'll do my best to ensure that doesn't happen. Just a quick little swipe and no more ears. How's that sound, Mr. Church?
At least I'll be spared more of your name prattle. You're a ruffian. Common as dirt, Cutter.
And proud of it. Hold still a minute. I gotta decide where to start.
What's Lee doing there? Grace, welcome.
Proud to have raised a specimen like yourself. Quiet now. I need to concentrate on me work. Just a quick little swipe and no more ears. How's that sound, Mr. Church?
At least I'll be spared more of your name prattle. Ruffian. Common as dirt, Cutter.
And proud of it. Maybe you'll get lucky.
Oh, he's
past
helping.
that. Though I dare say I'll do my best to ensure that.
That's how it works.
A little bit from here, a little bit from there. Make myself a nice keepsake, I will.
You're absolutely mad.
The game's weird. I'm breaking it.
You? Hatham Kenway, at your service.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
Walk with me, Mr. Church, and all will be explained.
Game's being very odd. I do like the change of pace they put in here with the story. The controls are still a mystery to me. On mouse and keyboard, it's all pretty much a mess. And they're now 2 hours in the tutorial of explaining very slowly, alongside the story, what you can do in terms of gameplay. And it's weird. And I keep pressing shift, which I shouldn't. I'm used to that from the other games.
Johnson's told me what you intend. As it happens, the man who held me is the same one that you seek. His name is Silas Thatcher.
That fancy lad is our slaver?
Don't let his velvet tongue deceive you. A crueler and more vicious creature I've never known.
What can you tell me of his operation?
He hosts at least 100 men, more than half of whom are redcoats.
All this for some slaves?
Hardly. The man's a commander in the King's troop, in charge of the Southgate Fort.
We need to find a way inside. Let me think on it. In the meantime, I'll attend to our final recruit.
John Pitcairn's our man. I'll take you to him.
the design of the other games is shining through hard. Mostly in an okay way, but it's still the old Assassin's Creed problems I encounter here. But it seems that they have the parkour improved a bit. It's still, you know, I'm still holding down 2 or 3 or 4 buttons to achieve what I want to do. But I think it's 1 button less in general in this game compared to the previous ones. Like, I know as soon as I start pressing shift, I go into climbing mode, and just going forward is traversal already. But it's not super consistent what's considered climbing, what's considered traversal, and yeah. That will make for some very interesting moments, I'm sure, again. Hold shift and space, or shift and the mouse button to jump quickly over an obstacle. Instead of jumping slowly. That would be jumping slowly. This would be faster. That's the tree climbing. Be getting stuck in a barrel. Okay. Maybe a bad example. But yeah, I mean, it's it looks better than the previous game. The graphics are better. The lighting is even better. Yeah. Traverse the climb. Climb the traverse. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they do it in Unity, because in Unity they reportedly did it differently. And Black Flag is the one that comes with a new engine. So those will be interesting to see as the series continues. They seems okay to play, but you know, it's still the old Assassin's Creed, go and synchronize and whatnot. But they put less of a focus on it, I think. The map is unlocked, and I can just go to the viewpoints if I want to and see the map. Oh no, the map is not unlocked, right? They have... yeah. I don't know. It's their thing. They are not changing that. That's quite alright. But I think I've seen enough for today. I know there's ships, and we've been on a horse already, and this should be a restricted area actually. Oh, I can't jump across that. So there's horse riding again. Seemed a bit smoother than in 2. They had it in 2 already, I think. But yeah, it's just, you know, the games so far have not been really gripping me in a magnificent way, but they are impressively done. And I remember that, oh, we've got guard dogs. I remember that I've played the second one quite a bit, in Brotherhood, until they put me to escort quests and offered the grindy stuff to me, and I was like, nah, that's not for me. In this one, it could probably work out a bit better already, because the controls are a tiny bit improved. But I need to be in a specific mood to play this. It's not really an open world, and have these, you know, these gated bits of content that I will then be drip fed mission after mission. Again, it's not a bad game. It's just a game design that I'm not the biggest fan of. I think that's how I would see it.